Okay.
Oh, don't worry. Okay. So it says we're live. Oh, we lost B. We lost B, but I'm just gonna check on YouTube really quick to make sure that we are streaming to YouTube, because that's always fun. Okay, so it does say that we are live. All right, awesome. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
We have the wonderful Tasha L Harrison and RM Virtues. Didn't know you were going to get a 2-for-1.
Everybody loves a team.
Mm-hmm. And we have Heather here. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Hi,
We got
Tracy.
Kai.
Hey, Kai is just staying up late. Kai be staying up all hours of the night just to jump on these things.
Heather says, "Sir, why are you here?"
We know why he's here. He's here so he don't get fined. He's here so I don't get fined. How about that?
There you go.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, so funny. All righty.
Okay.
Now he's here twice.
You see?
2 for 1.
Okay, there we go.
The other one.
There we go. That's good. That's actually great.
Okay, I just got on my phone because I was like, I can't do this. Now I can't get out of the other one. Oh my god.
Y'all
you
keep
are.
saying pinch hit. I thought it was pitch hit.
I thought it was pitch hit. I thought maybe it was a typo.
I thought it was pitch hit. And I'm not even into baseball. I thought it was pitch hitting.
That's what I thought.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Pinch hitting.
That's a real thing.
And he says it like,
Right.
Like we say it again, we know what we mean. Yeah.
right, but I thought it was pitch.
Nope.
Anyway, I mean,
Okay.
I don't do the baseball.
I've been to one baseball game. It was fun. I mean,
I like going to the games and like when they're like sitting in the actual stadium, but I never pay attention. I just go there for the food and the beer.
right. I went with my
Yes.
visor, my titties pushed up and out, trying to be cute, just watching the game. That's what I went for.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if is that a requirement, like a dress requirement to have the titties sitting up there? I didn't know that.
Up and out. Up and out.
I feel like if it's a nice day, they should be pushed up and out. Like, just share them with the
See, I
world.
don't know these things because I don't have them like that. Like I'm just now in my middle years, getting to the point where I have enough to like bring together so that they meet. They're just getting to know each other at 42.
Yeah.
They just met. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, it's like the thighs have known each other since I was 5, but the titties just now meeting at 42.
Oh, the thighs. What
Take
is a
them
thigh
out,
gap? I don't even
Introduce
know.
them to the world. Let them have a good time.
It's
I mean-
pinch because they're saving you like when you're in a pinch, right? Is that it? Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Yep.
Let's go with
Okay. I believe you.
So B is here, but they just said they're literally at work. Like they're sneaking in. I love it. That's commitment.
That's
Lord.
commitment.
Exactly. Commitment.
Oh, baby.
Heather says, I am right. The audacity that she could be wrong. You're right. Okay.
I mean, listen, I asked a question. I just asked, like I thought it was pitch because baseball, I don't know, pitching.
You're right.
Okay.
I just, learned a thing.
Oh, you read the excerpt on the blog. Listen, it was hot, and I'm currently finishing it, and it keeps getting hotter. And the audacity.
The complete
Audacity.
I wanted to finish that book today, but like I said, I was complaining in the group chat that I had to train somebody and I did not have any time to read.
How very dare they expect you to work at work?
I know, it's ridiculous. I'm like, excuse me, I have my Kindle. I can't today. Can't.
Girl, because I saw that you was broadcasting, like did a video in the fucking break room. You were bold as shit. It's like, yeah, I'm at work. Excuse me. I I need to tell y'all about this filthy book. Why you keep walking into my frame?
It's like, excuse me. When the thoughts hit you, you got to record it. It doesn't matter where you're at.
Apparently. She was like, and I'm eating my bacon, egg, and cheese, but I need to tell y'all.
Still, I'm at lunch, but I needed to say something.
Oh, thank you. This is my Different World shirt. It's got all the key players on it.
Dwayne.
It's got Dwayne. It's got Whitney.
Whitley.
Heather, I cannot. When in doubt, believe Heather.
Still struggling, huh?
That's the golden rule.
Come through with the glasses.
Thank you, Lionel.
I love your glasses.
I've had these glasses since like I went through a thing at the beginning of pandemic where I was just because all the glasses were cheap. Like I found all these online glasses, like these shops online, and I was like $3. I'm about to get 5 of those.
5.
And like I have them in different colors, but I literally only wear the same glasses, the ones with the tortoiseshell, because I love those. But they're super heavy. These, however, are not.
Now, can I get these with prescription?
Yes, ma'am. I'm blind. This is why
Right, me too. Me too. Okay, great.
Yeah, I can see you up close, but from a distance, you know.
That's it. And I gotta be close, like in your face close.
I don't need to be that close because I don't like to be that close to nobody. I if I decide that I don't want to talk to anyone, I just go out without my glasses on so I can't see you. Like, you'd be like, I saw you at the Walmart. I was waving. Like, girl, did I have my glasses on?
See, I can't do that.
I can't see you.
I can't do that. I can't see at all.
Oh.
Like, it's just blobs everywhere.
That's a little scary. Because when I first started noticing that my vision was going, and I'm like, why can't I read this sign? Like, I know where I'm going, but that sign used to be clear.
Yep.
And now the longer you spend on time on the computer, I'm telling you, kids, don't get old.
Nope.
Don't get old.
Don't do it.
This is the thing. People are always like, you shower with your glasses on? Do you have sex with your glasses on? Yes, because I can't see. And it makes me nervous.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you shower with your glasses?
I do. I do everything except sleep in these glasses.
Oh my God. That is not something I ever even considered before. Oh my God, Whitney, you shower with your glasses on.
I can't see if I don't have it. Literally, like I could do enough to get by. Like,
How
oh
do
yeah,
you
I know what I'm doing.
But they be steamed up in like water.
Well, yeah, but then you just.
So you got windshield wipers? What's going on?
I did not know.
I am so sorry for your struggle.
Wow, me too. Like, I'm sorry we laughing at you, but I swear I've never heard that before.
Did you put over them?
Huh?
You got some goggles you could put over
You
them?
can wear, like the little
swim goggles.
No. You know what you can wear? That shampoo visor that they have for the babies now. You put the shampoo visor on.
Just going over
and then the water won't get on your glasses. Look, we solved it for you.
Solution.
You're welcome.
I'm solutions oriented. That's what I do. There you go. You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I tried to connect in the back at work, but it's not happening. So I'll see you when I clock out.
Wow. Don't get fired. Don't get fired.
I know. How do you read at work? There's downtime in between patients. Yeah. But not when you're training someone, because then you just got to explain what you did after you got a patient.
Like you have
where did you
watch? Like I wish people could just watch, like watch what you're doing and get it the first time, and I gotta explain it to you.
Oh no, they never do.
Nope.
This is why I can't have a regular job. I once you get to the point where like I want more money, but I have to train people. I have to have people under me. That didn't work out for me in the Army either. It's like, here are your 4 soldiers. I don't want anything to do with this. Please take them back.
It's like, I just want to be responsible for myself. Thank you.
Take them back. Take them back right now. I do not care about these people's home lives. I want to leave them at work when I leave work.
We not friends. We co-workers.
Co-workers. Yes. I don't have any friends at work. No.
Y'all know. Y'all follow me on social media. You know what my mom's famous phrase is, right? Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody is not your friend. She used to tell me when I was going to work, when I first started working, she was like, don't be going up in there trying to make no friends. Them people are not your friends. They're your coworkers. You do your job and you come home. I was like, wow, sorry. Yeah.
See?
I've never did I ever consider glasses in the shower. Listen, next time I write a heroine with glasses, I swear to God, it's gonna be in there, and I'm gonna be like in the acknowledgments.
Whitney. The most educational. You just changed Kai's life forever.
Never considered it. Never considered it.
Everyone loves the glasses.
Yay! I'm glad. Because when I put it on without my makeup on, I was like, "Ooh, these is big." This is a little too big. My head's so small.
They look great.
Thank you.
So since T is not here, I'm gonna ask her icebreaker question.
Yes, thank you.
What is your favorite position?
So I don't even know if this position has a name.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I bet. Hold on, let me write this down.
Okay, so it's kind of like side, but I'm mostly on my back, and it's like scissor. So like one of his legs is between mine, like we're scissored legs. Are y'all really like writing stuff?
I'm taking notes. Yes.
But it's like it does the perfect because your legs are together, so it creates the perfect amount of friction, right? Yes. And then it's also in the right position just to keep hitting it. Geez, this is way too much information, but yes, that's it. It's like the perfect morning sex position. It's like we have a weight, but I'm gonna just throw this leg over here, and I'm gonna throw my leg this way.
Throw leg.
So you're facing each other or spoon?
Spoon.
Got it. Okay.
It's one of those things that you actually get into accidentally. Like we got into it accidentally. It was like,
this works.
Nice.
We're both laying down. We're both relaxing.
Yes, good morning. Good morning to you also as well.
Okay, so I love Heather's comment here. I just want to say that If She Says Yes is the only book in recent memory to give me physical butterflies in my stomach. One of my favorite books of the year, easily. And I wholeheartedly agree. I
just want to know what these butterflies are about. Like, I just want to know, like, specifics. Like, where?
Where are you getting the butterflies?
where are the butterflies happening? Is that really your stomach, or is it lower?
Or is it in your pants? What's going on?
Or is it a little bit lower?
Is it a little lower? You're amongst friends.
You can tell us. I can tell you.
But thank you.
Certainly. But yes, it was so sweet and so romantic and so swoony, but also hot. So butterflies were happening everywhere.
That's one of those books that kind of just wrote itself. And it was really weird to write it because it was like right at the beginning of pandemic. And I kept thinking the whole time I'm writing, I was like, these motherfuckers have not done anything for like 5 chapters. I was like, we started off with him jerking off. It was like, but they just like little touches on the wrist and, like, what is this, the Victorian fucking novella? I was like, what is going on? I was like, I can't get these motherfuckers to fuck for my life. Oh. And then they did.
And it was worth it.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
It was the funniest thing. Like I kept saying that the whole time in my writing group. They were like, "Are they fucking?" I'm like, "No."
Honestly, it's like the slow burn. It's just like, when are you gonna the tension? When are you gonna finally bang?
Because it was killing me. It was killing me. I was like, I don't know when these people gonna get it together. I'm ready. I don't know about you.
Yeah, we were at the bachelor party, and I was like, "Let's go, nigga. We gotta go.
It's past time. Like, why are you here? Why are you here?" That scene was actually longer, and I was like, "No, I'm done with this. I can't. I cannot." I was like, "No, they have to fuck or do something in this chapter. Someone needs to be orgasming in this chapter together. Someone."
I could just see you talking to your computer, like, I don't care which one it is. Somebody's orgasming.
One of y'all gonna get off in this chapter. That's it. The scene is done. And then after that, it was just like, like literally nothing happened. Nothing happened for the first third of the book, and then all of a sudden it's like sex. It's the end. It was great.
Perfect.
Right.
If it takes us a while to get there, that's fine, but you just have to make the sex like hot and worth it when we finally do get there. And I feel like it delivered.
It delivered. It was outside in that garden, and I was like, I need one of these. I felt like Now I need a garden.
You know what I was calling her before? You know Three's Company. What's the lady that lived next door that used to wear the caftans all the time? Shit. Miss Roper. Miss Roper.
Yes,
I was
Miss
like,
Roper.
she was like, I was like, this is my Miss Roper that fucks story.
I need
It's like, so Miss Roper would be on the screen all the time in her caftans with a little spray bottle, just spraying her plants and stuff, just being like absurd and kind of wanting, like Miss Roper was always making like these really absurd jokes with the three of them. And I'm like, girl, what you trying to do with your old ass? What you doing?
Things I need because of Tasha. A garden, a pool, a balcony.
Yes.
I have a laundry room, but I don't think it's equipped for what I need.
My laundry room is equipped, but I took the door off, so it doesn't really work for the privacy. And it's right by the kitchen. Like they had a hallway. Mine is like literally like right off the kitchen. My kids be in there too much, y'all. Like, no, that's not happening. And they always here. But they're always here.
That is the laundry room scene. Where's my husband? I need him right this second. Oh my gosh. So like,
shut up, Kelly. We're not doing that. What we're not going to do. No, what we're not going to do.
What happened on the island? I need to know.
What happened on the island? They fucked on the island. That's it. They fucked under every waterfall in Costa Rica.
Okay, can I have it?
Water, bed, outside.
But can I have it?
Can I have it? I would say novella, 100 pages of them just straight banging on their vacation. I would.
That's
love
a
that.
lie. That's lie because y'all want the brother. I mean the son to find out too. You want to see that confrontation. You forget that y'all been bugging me about this shit on Twitter for a year almost. So
but this is how
I totally forgot.
What y'all want is a whole fucking book, not a check-in.
Hey, I don't know. I'm pretty grateful. I'm good with a check-in or 3. You know?
Right. And we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Like they can be fucking on the island, but then the son can like do a pop-up visit. Like, hey, I was just trying to see. Oops, look what I walked into.
That scene is actually already written. The book was gonna be much longer. I'm not doing it. If I do start a Patreon, I'm gonna do this. If I do start a Patreon, that would be the first.
Take my money.
Yes. Patreon. You heard it first here. There could be a Patreon. I would love it.
That's all I got for y'all.
It's a start.
That's all I got for y'all. It's a start.
It's a start. That's true. I actually forgot until you just said that. Like the son never found out. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
We need that.
And you know what? It was Taima that mentioned this shit. She was like, well, what happened with the son? I was like, see, now you asking a question on the timeline that nobody even asked. No one was talking about that.
And then
I forgot.
She had to remind us. I'm like, oh yeah, that never did.
Yeah, what happened? They're not friends anymore. That's it. How you gonna be friends with somebody that's fucking your mom? I don't care how close y'all are. How you getting over that?
Well, he's your stepdad now, so I suggest you get it together.
That's like the best joke. Like it's like I'm your stepdad now.
Like that whole scene, he was like, "Man, don't fuck my auntie. I'm not gonna fuck your auntie."
It's not your aunt. It's not your aunt. You have to be worried about.
Good fake out. Because he
like,
ain't even know.
Internal dialogue was like, seriously? Wow. Her? I've been fucking with your mom and flirting with your mom the whole time. You worry about me fucking your auntie? Okay, sir.
Sure. Not paying attention at all. Not paying attention.
No.
Not paying attention at all. Literally like flirting right in front of him. And just nothing. Oblivious.
Like
you literally said, I'm gonna take care of this the whole time. Like I'm gonna take care of
take care of her. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take care of her. All right.
I will.
You're like, wait a minute. What do you mean? Like, I promise, I'm being completely a gentleman if she wants me to.
Exactly.
I loved that when as soon as that's like, I need you to take care of my mom. Make sure she is getting everything she needs. And I'm like, yes, he will. He most certainly will.
It's like, what? Inside subconscious setup. Like, what, my nigga? Yes. Absolutely.
Heather said she actually loved that the conflict didn't happen. Okay.
Well,
That's
Heather,
awesome. That's all. I could read it like 2-3 times because I was like, I don't have to worry about that. Like it's good. Like we just go to the end. It's good.
Yeah.
And I'm comfortable.
great the way it is. I'm just saying it adds that little extra. Like
Yeah, just greedy is what you are. Just say it.
I am.
She's a brat. She's a brat.
Just greedy.
That's fine. That's fine.
Heather says Patreon should have excerpts read aloud by the author. ...
Well,
You know what? Is there a way we can kick Heather out of this?
We could put her in timeout. We could put her in timeout. Just like that's strike one. Heather, you better watch
Are you gonna be my editor, Kai, if I'm starting a Patreon?
Oh,
You got some room on your schedule?
Yes. Kai, say yes.
Say yes.
She don't.
For the cause.
Yes. Say yes.
See?
On my platform. Seriously.
Don't do that. It's not gonna be that expensive, y'all. It's not.
All these authors that I love that have patrons, I'm like, okay.
I was like, I need to get in on the lowest rung possible. I'm here to support you, girl. Go.
See? And that's my problem.
Because that's how I am. Like, I think the only author whose Patreon that I'm like on a tier where I get like free books and shit is Katie Robert.
Katie and Ryan. That's it right there.
I started off Katie's on just like the little $3, $5 tier, and I was like, hold up, what's going on with the next tier?
No, I jumped right in to the paperback tier. Right in. Same thing with him. I literally was like, oh, $18 for the go ahead.
You're like, yes, that makes absolutely perfect sense.
I was like, is she sure? Does she know?
Right.
Did she make a mistake?
Did you do that on purpose? Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
You asked her that. I'm just like, thank you, friend, but that's how I be doing. People be like, oh, how about your book? I'm like, thanks, friend. I would have gave you one.
Gave you one.
That's why I can't have people asking me because I will. I'll be
Like, here you go, girl. Take it. You can get you some money. No, you can have it. It's fine. Like I made her money and some shit.
How would make for the schedule on the schedule? She make room.
She make room. I was like, friends don't let friends lose money. So I would just want to pay for it.
She really talking some crazy shit right now because we've already talked in the DMs about how she don't have. She
said, don't tell
the others. They're here.
They're here.
Two of them are in my group chat. The two that's in my group chat are the main reason why I can't get on their fucking schedule. It was like, oh, we're all gonna make Kai our permanent editor, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Let me get in on that. Oh, too late. We filled up the calendar. Like,
dang, they did you dirty.
But she does get to keep the older woman, younger man series, so she's always going to be the one to edit that. So she should be happy with that.
Well, I want an autograph if she says that, even though I already have it in paperback and ebook.
Right.
Y'all need to explain to me what is the draw for this. Like, because I'm like, what is this magic elixir so I can do it again? Please explain. Help me.
Older woman, for one.
Yeah. Right. If she says yes, and then a taste of her own medicine just is perfection. Perfection.
Divorce.
And then it's like, yeah, like there was no, like the conflict wasn't super intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the first time I read it really quick and I was like, it's gonna happen and I'm gonna be pissed. And then it don't happen. So then I was like, shit, I'm gonna go back and read it again and not be worried about it. And like it's just easy to, it's like, I don't know, like it was so simple, but everything paid off. Like the payoff was so good every single time. Yes. And it was like they're getting, they're getting like creative, they're, having breakfast together, like everybody leaves after the wedding. It's like, damn, we got, these,
18 hours. That was it. They had 18 hours.
Like, let's make the best of it, do what we gotta do. Like, and it's just like, and two, like Minerva loved her because it was like, girl, get your shit together, go get your man. Like,
you up in here stinking up the place, all these whiskey bottles in here, girl, if you don't get yourself together.
And she did that. She was like, hey, look, I'm not going to lecture you until you're doing something wrong. I'm going to tell you go fucking do it. Like, be happy, do what makes you happy, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's it. That's what you need. Sometimes that's just what you need.
I love that because like when you're reading a romance, there's going to be that third act drama that nobody asked for.
I mean, I feel like if she says yes, though, like it was already built in, you know what I mean? Like I didn't have to, because it was just for the weekend. Like it was, he was always leaving. It was always going to end. So I didn't have to put all that. Well, there was quite a bit of angst. Especially for Tomas. Tomas was hurting, child. He was hurting, child.
That scene in the airplane before he even got there.
Then he was like, I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home.
Well, when he went to dinner at Homeboy's house, and I was just like, the first time I just skimmed it because I was like, I can't do this. I need it to stop hurting. Like I got and then the second time I was like, all right, I can get through this. This is fine. We're good. Like, and I knew it was gonna be a happy ending, but at the same time, again, like I was so new to romance when I first read it, so I was like, I don't know what that looks like exactly. Because I think I'd only read like 3 or 4 books, and I hadn't read it contemporary yet. So it was like, okay, like this is very brand new. I don't know, how this is gonna work out, and then it worked out so well, and you're just like, fuck, that was beautiful. Like, let me go back, read it again, and just feel it. Like, just know, okay, they're gonna end up together. Everything's fine. Like, you don't gotta worry about it. And it was just so fulfilling. Like, I didn't think I could get that much fulfillment from a contemporary, because like I don't really care for contemporaries. Like, that's never really been my thing, because I'm like, prime escapism, get me the fuck out of here. You know what I mean?
It's like, please give me a magical world. Yes. I want off this planet. It's ghetto. Just
exactly help. Get the fuck out of here immediately. But like reading that, I was like, damn, like I can't, like this is fucking great. Like I can do this. Like let's. And then obviously, like I read Liquor and Laundry after that, and I was like, holy fuck, like Tasha really don't want me to get shit done ever again. Like I read that in like 2 days. I never read books like that fast since I was like in high school.
I loved them. I love them two dummies. Like they are my favorite little sweet dumb babies. Like they are just so soft. He was like, but I like you. No, but I like you more. Like it was literally, but the whole vibe I wanted was the like they were in high school and didn't want to hang up on the phone. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, oh, they just finally, like they just realized that they really, really liked each other. Just like, oh, I don't want to be away from you, type thing. Which I mean, y'all, I'm old. I'm 42. It's been a long time since I felt. You know what I mean? What you losing your lights? Heather asked why older woman, younger man.
Yes.
And I was about to answer that question. We were like in the green room, but I can answer it now.
Okay.
I think that like RM, I'm kind of burnt out on contemporary romance, and a large part of the reason why is because number one, they focus so much on just that initial infatuation period of love. Like romance is not about love. It's just about lust and fucking. Let's be real. But if you're going to focus on that, why is it only like the 20-somethings that are getting most of the energy? You know what I mean? Like most of the stories that are out there that are mainstream, that are popular, it's like, 20s, maybe early 30s. And like I see people on the timeline talking about, oh, this was grown people love, talking about Ahmad and Hattie. I was like, they in their 30s, them babies. I was like, they babies, they are barely grown. They just got their own apartments. And you know what I mean? Like, hell, Hattie didn't even have her own apartment. She was living above the fucking laundromat. So, that her family owned. She didn't have no fucking apartment. So all she had was some student loans and a sewing machine. That's it. So, like, that age bracket, it's not that I'm so far removed. It's just like I get tired of reading that same sort of romance. So, like gradually as I got older, my heroines got a little bit older. And then, when I was like, oh, I want to do an older woman, younger man, I was like, ill, but I don't want, I can't be doing no 20-some-year-old, because I got a 20-some-year-old son. I was like, that's just nasty. I can't, no.
I get it though. I get it.
It's just like, because I'm looking at him, it's like, he's 23. I'm just like, no. There's like, boy, no. Like I just couldn't.
At 19, I was very into older women. So, 19, 23, 25, all my girlfriends were way older than me. So I'm like, not to say that it was smart at 19, it definitely wasn't smart.
I think it's just there's a certain group of men who have that as like a rite of passage. My husband had one. My father had one. You know what I mean? It's like you just have like, yeah, I remember. I ain't know nothing about that shit. Matter of fact, when my dad was, and I can't talk about this because it's gonna be on the internet forever. But I can't tell the details. But like he said, the conversations that romance heroes and stuff have in our books, they don't happen in real life, no matter what age these men are. Like you don't have these conversations about like how you make it last longer, how you make it good for them, da 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 da. And most of the time, they end up learning that from an older woman because most young women don't know either. They just trying to figure that shit out themselves. Mm-hmm. That's why we always see on this shit on the timeline. Like, he can't give me an orgasm. Like, girl, you better figure out how to get there yourself. Yeah. You better figure out how to get there yourself and have that have the other person there enhance the experience versus just lying there like a pillow princess. Like, oh, I hope he gives me one.
I hope tonight is the night.
I hope tonight is the night that I get one.
Oh no. Oh no.
Because he don't know what he's doing either. Yeah, but that was primarily it. Like I just got tired of reading about, 20 somethings. Mm-hmm. And I knew that there was a market out there for it. And even like I thought Sonia is my age. She is 42. And I felt like that was pushing it, you know what I mean, for romance. And everybody was like, oh no, I love this. And I was like, what if I made this bitch 55?
Give it to me. That's fine.
Yes.
That was Darcy. Darcy was 55 years old. Yep. She had a 30-some-year-old son. It was like, well, how does this work? Like, is she like, has she known him since he was a kid? I was like, y'all are nasty. I'm not doing that. Like the lack of trust on the timeline. Like, yeah, it's trust. Like like when I was saying, oh, this is the mom's best friend. This is my next one. Is the mom's best friend, and everybody was like, ew. But did she know him since he was a kid? I don't know if I can get with that. I'm like, ma'am,
the trust.
It's the lack.
The lack of trust you have. First of all, what about me says that I would ever write something like that? I don't do stepbrother romances. I don't do like. This is not in my, like, have you read my catalog? I am not that person. How very dare you, number one. But like the lack of trust was astounding. I was like, wow. I was like, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I'm gonna write it anyway, but wow, I didn't know that you didn't trust me this way. That you thought I was just gonna write some woman who'd been grooming a child since he was 5, and now they get together. Like, that is no.
The grooming, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's what's like, if she knew him the whole time that they were they're friends. Like, are these new friends? of like new-ish, but she ain't never met her kid. Like, how? That's not unusual. Mm-hmm. I have lots of friends that have never met my children. They've been in my house and haven't met my children. Mm-hmm. It's not for them to know.
I cussed you out when you try to explain it to her. Oh no.
Oh yeah, that's right. She was like, like she almost got kicked out of the group chat for that. I remember. She was like, yeah, I took it to the group chat. She's like, girl, they tried to kill me. They eviscerated me. It's like, what if I?
What if? Let's just put this to the. To
like,
the group.
if I was messing with one of your sons, you what? Can I like, if that's how you introduced it, I can see the violence. Mm-hmm. The violence was appropriate. Mm-hmm.
I love that Darcy had such a clear reason to find romance at 55, though. And I also love that she was financially secure. Her whole life wasn't a mess, and she needed someone to put her first.
Yeah. And I purposely made him successful, too. So there wasn't like this power imbalance. Like, he had his own money. She had her own money. The money was not an issue. She just blew up her life and was like, I sold it all. Well, she didn't sell the house because, that just don't make sense. It's Charleston. It's a Charleston townhome. You don't sell that.
You don't sell.
you don't sell that. You just lease it. Even that, like, y'all got to get out so I can come back for Christmas and put my tree up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never sell that. But yeah, she just the whole idea of her blowing up her life. This is something. There's articles out there about that. You know what I mean? About women who are getting divorces in their 50s and having a whole nother life. Some of them go into the lady pond. You know, and I'm just like, you know what? At 55, you've been dealing with some old regular ass man all that time, and you get a divorce, but you don't want to be alone. Why wouldn't you be like hook up with your good girlfriend? She's single, you single.
Why not?
Why not?
Let's do it.
Everybody's happy.
That sounds like a great romance.
Don't it though? Like me and my friends always talk about like, oh, when we get old, we're gonna be like the Golden Girls. We all gonna live in the same house. I was like, we keep talking about this, but we all have spouses. Like, what are we? Where are they?
Where are they? Where are these in these Golden Girl years?
It was like we're not young, so we're all in our 40s. So it's not like this is a long way off. I was like, y'all talking like 60s. It's like, are we gonna murder them all?
I mean,
like what's the storyline here? How do we all end up living in some big Victorian in New Orleans? It doesn't just happen. Like
the husbands are like, this meatloaf tastes funny. It's okay, right. Just eat it. Here's seconds. I need to secure my Golden Girls future, please.
Put some more ketchup on it. It'll be fine.
And see, my best friend and I already live together. And my mom's, when are you going to move out? You're 30. When are you going to get your own house? We work here. This here works. And she's like, well, what about when you get a man? Okay.
Why are we preemptively moving out when there is no man's?
I'm not doing that. Until she.
That's like quitting your job when you don't have another one lined up. That don't make no sense.
Until she puts me. Listen. Until somebody can provide both the orgasms and the emotional companionship that she can provide, there's no need to break this up.
Why?
The orgasms, okay.
There is a plethora of toys and that do various things on the internet, and they will be delivered to you in an Amazon box in 24 to 48 hours.
Right to your door.
Right to your door. Some of it come halfway charged already.
So
that's true.
You know what they do. So,
Nicole, I know you do. I know. That shit arrives halfway charged already.
So you can use it right away.
That's it.
You see some where there's the head like rotates and
Okay, so now that'd be doing too much. That carnival ride shit, like when things twirl and it lights up. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is not for. I'm not 12. I don't need the Cirque du Soleil happening.
Cirque du Soleil. My husband looks at some of these and he was just like, I'm obsolete. I'm like,
well.
I mean, no man's dick is twirling inside like that. It's not doing this.
If it is, you should probably see a doctor because that's not.
It's not normal.
Not normal.
Guys, I would read that murder book though, Tasha.
Of all the wives murdering their husbands so they could be together.
So they could be a Golden Girl future, and they can.
You know what? That actually would be a good Golden Girls.
It would.
I don't need no more pot bunnies. You can keep that. Free idea. Take it. Free idea.
Free idea.
What?
Isn't that what?
24, 48 hours. Right out of the box. Exactly.
Right out of the box.
Rinse it off first. Shit.
I mean, of course, yes. These are jokes. You should definitely clean it first.
Sanitize first and after, but
yes, keep your toys clean, people.
Yes.
Please.
Because that's just an infection waiting to happen.
Now this is taking a turn I do not want to think about.
No. But what I like about if she says yes, that I never thought I would like a submissive male character because I'm always, the alpha male, sometimes the term alpha holes. I gravitate towards the alpha heroes. I never thought a submissive man would do it for me, but you did it. And I appreciate you.
That was actually funny too, because I saw a lot of people in the reviews saying, like, he's not really submissive. I'm like, Don't y'all know submission comes in lots of different ways? Like his is serving. Like he wants to serve. That is his submission. Like, is he, like the one to crawl around on his knees or whatever? But please, why do you have to say yeast infections in this room?
You're talking about the unclean toys because it took a turn.
That's why I was trying to move away from that.
Yeah. But submission, like, it's not, don't fit everybody in a box. Like exactly like you said, submissiveness comes in a variety of different ways. But yeah.
And it was very specific. He was like, it's like, I tried this particular submission with other people and it didn't really just work out. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to. It's like I tried to convey what I wanted. They misinterpreted. So I just didn't do it anymore. And then to get this opportunity where she was kind of open, she's like, I don't know nothing about this, but I would like to be served. I enjoy being served.
That sounds fun.
Especially because she was the one taking care of everybody for so long. And that was the draw. Like, let me take care of you. And the fact that he got off because she got off.
That's another thing we don't ever talk about.
More, please.
That was so hot. I'm like, he really just came
I was like,
oh my God.
That's premature. People were like, that's premature ejaculation. I was like, no one said his dick got soft.
No one. He was still hard. The
dick was still usable.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. So hot.
Like, what part of this do you not understand? Like, oh, he came and they weren't even having sex. I was like, yeah, because he was like a 14-year-old, just like
he was still ready to go.
Yes, every time. If you were like, another friend of mine was like, don't you think that's a bit much? I was like, no, it's not enough, actually.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Damn enough.
Not enough, actually. No. It's like, because those people do exist. They do exist. Yeah.
Even Heather said, I love my alpha. Right. Such a surprise. I didn't think it would work for me, but Tasha L Harrison, everyone.
I want to do like how Katie Robert does me. Like sometimes I'll read a premise, I'll be like, girl, what? I don't know. I don't know if I like that. But I trust you though, so I'm gonna go ahead and click the buy and read this. See what fuck going on.
Yes.
And then I read it and I'm like, I don't understand this. Why is this now my kink?
Listen.
Honestly, I wasn't a big fan of Daddy Kink before I read Desperate Measures. And then I read Desperate Measures and I'm like, okay, this is me now.
Give me more.
It's like, you know what? Maybe old man ain't bad.
Maybe.
So
maybe old man can do something.
There was a literal thing that went through my mind. I'm like, okay, yeah.
I feel like reading romance, especially indie romance, has opened up like so many doors in my brain that I had no clue were there. Daddy kink, yes. Praise kink, absolutely. Throw a little bit of humiliation in there every once in a while again. Bitch, we done hit the trifecta. Let's go.
The humiliation's got to be very specific, though. It's
got to be very specific.
You should be ashamed of yourself for being so aroused. Look at you, you little dirty thing. That is the kind of humiliation I like. Like, well, yes. I can't help myself. That sort of thing. That is cool.
I can't help it.
I can't help it.
Yeah, so praise kink. Knowing that we finally found a kink that works for Linnell, I was so happy. Do you know how happy I was? Because every time she was reading something, she's like, this don't work for me. Nope. Ooh, girl, I don't. And I got it. I was like, I get it. It's not for everybody. Mm-hmm. And then we threw a little praise kink in there, and she was like, oh.
That's why, like, I was surprised that she didn't really like Sinner, did she?
No. No, she did like Sinner. She did not like Priest.
I mean, well, I can take her leave Priest. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Sinner, she was like,
Sinner's the better one.
He knows he's, bad. I could get with this.
Yeah.
Listen, Sinner, thank you so much to you and Katrina because that changed my life.
Listen, I was an evangelist. I was an evangelist. Like I read the book before, and then last year I got the audio book, and I was like, "The fuck is Jacob doing in my ear holes right now?" Especially the beginning of the pandemic when I was like just anxiety ridden. I was like, I'm just gonna lay here on my bed and just listen to Sinner every day. It's fine. It's like people are like, what are you doing right now? I'm listening to Sinner again. It's fine.
Listening to Sinner.
Don't worry about me.
The narration was fantastic.
Oh God. Like he put you right in the moment. It was like this man is suffering. Mm-hmm. The character was suffering. He was suffering. I was suffering. It was just wonderful. I was like, these are the feelings I want to feel right now. I don't want to feel anxiety. I just want to feel like, this. And he also has a serving kink as well.
He does. Oh God. See, whole new world.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew?
He just want to serve. Yeah, Priest was just like. Once we got to the altar cloth and the anointing oil as.
Also, wait, now I ain't read Priest now, so wait a minute.
Yeah, the anointing oil as lube. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, it's been a long time since I've been to church, but this feels blasphemous in a way that I'm not comfortable with. I was like, I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm gonna let you.
But this was a bit much, Sierra. It was a bit much. You took me a bit too far.
Like, not the anointing oil? Seriously?
Right? I mean, on the fucking altar. Like, Jesus. Like, this is not a George Michael video from the 90s, all right? Like, come on, boo.
Now I'm both concerned and intrigued.
I don't know. In Sinner, they use, like, straight up vegetable oil as lube.
And I was like, wait. Vegetable oil?
Innovative.
You see an obstacle.
Not great. You're gonna have to do some things afterwards to make sure
that you see an obstacle like that, you persevere, overcome, you use what you got.
Don't put because
But listen, you let old folks tell it though. They use any old thing. They use any old thing. Like, even though I was like, there is a whole store full of lube. Like, you do not have to use this Vaseline. This is not a good idea. Vaseline should be used for anything anymore.
In their defense, they did use it because they went in the back door, not, Does
not make me feel better. No, did I read it? Did I read
it? It was like, did I read it? Did I enjoy it? Yes. Do I approve of this activity? Would I share this as a tactic or something that anyone should use in real life? Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, because all I could think it was fried chicken, like just
right.
Just greasing up the chicken, y'all.
Just grease it up. So, anointing oil, vegetable oil.
What I want for this next book, because Saint's coming out.
Yes.
Yeah. What I want for this next book is for them to be more prepared for the anal situation, because clearly
this is something y'all want. Y'all wanted this, so y'all.
She gonna write it. Why are they so unprepared?
I need one of the main characters to carry lube in their pocket 24/7.
Just a little
bottle. 24/7. That's it.
What's wrong with that?
It's like
she used the anointing oil. She used the vegetable oil. What is next if they're not prepared?
I don't want to know. That's that question.
It's just gonna be spit. I mean, if it's spit, that works.
I prefer.
That's hot. Yeah, that's hot. Yes, it is.
Yes, so that's why they need to carry lube in their pocket.
Listen, I have this little kit that I call my COVID kit that I keep in my purse. Like, it's got like gloves and like a little thing of sanitizer and masks and all that. Like, I need one of these people to have something like that.
Something.
An anal kit.
The pleasure kit. Oh. Something. Just like a little butt plug, some lube.
Just a little kit, just tucks right in.
You give it something that fit almost in that little stupid pocket that you have in your jeans.
Stupid pocket
that's for coins.
So nothing fit in that pocket but 2 quarters.
And then they don't come out.
And then they don't
Nope.
come out. They
Then you lost 50 cents. And then what?
That's why you use it for the lube. No, Kai. No, we don't need to be innovative anymore. I think we've been plenty innovative in this series.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, if anointing oil and vegetable oil, like where else are we going?
It doesn't even have to be a full bottle. They have those it's like little bitty, like travel size. Like,
yeah, they got like the little packets. They got the little packets that you. Yes,
that's all you need.
You can have a bunch of those.
Mm-hmm.
We can do
because love. Yes,
especially if they've never done it before. I'm like, girl,
don't we need to work up to this? I mean,
the pain. No,
like don't clench.
And it's like, well, you're not supposed to clench. You're supposed to bear down.
Which
makes it very uncomfortable if you haven't done any prep.
I know. But in romance, you can
hand waving all of that. But if you've actually done it before, you're like, this is not how this really works. This is not how the body works. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
I had a feeling, but the people they keep giving it to us that way. So I was just like, maybe I don't know.
I mean,
maybe I don't know.
No, you know. Andrea Martucci has like a whole list of grievances of how sex is portrayed. She's just like, listen, most of us aren't having orgasms off of just penetrative sex. Like, just stop telling that lie. Stop doing that.
Exactly. Oh my God.
It was like, oh, this virgin all of a sudden having an orgasm just because someone stuck it in.
Right.
She can go on for hours about that.
I want to riot because of that lie and be like, lies.
It don't work that way. Like, ooh, ouch, it hurt. Oh my God, it's so good now.
Or what is the other one? The simultaneous orgasm. She hates that.
Yeah.
Is it a thing?
It doesn't happen at the same time.
It is a thing if the guy's holding off just so that you can get off. But true. It's not just naturally happening like, oh my God, we're so connected. We're both going to come at the same time. No, that's not how it happens. It's usually like, girl, is you there yet? Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like,
I need you to get there.
I'm holding it.
What do I need to do?
What do I need to do? Because it's getting crucial.
I feel the tingling. The balls are tightening.
The balls are tightening. What do I do? How do you stop it after that? I have no idea how that part of it works.
Once the balls start tightening, I don't know what you can do.
I think that's it. I think that's it. The ejaculation happens after that.
Yep. You're right. It sounds like the next meet cute goodie bag. Goodie bag.
Here's some lube. We did send them home with like snacks. They had like a little a soda and chips and like a little orange and stuff. It was like a little kindergarten snack.
Oranges, vitamin C. Here you go.
Here you go for the train, baby.
It's adorable.
That was really fun though. Exhausting, but fun.
It seemed like a good time. I was very upset that I was not able to participate. I mean, I guess it kind of worked out because I think were we doing RM's live?
I believe so. Yes.
I could have missed it. I could have came.
Wow.
He's
disrespect.
Right. He's right there.
He's literally right there.
Everything she got from me today, and this is the thanks that I get.
Kidding.
The last time you get anything from me ever.
What did we just say? Literally, BRAT, brat.
Okay, this is actually a question I want to ask. How turned off do y'all get if people don't have like condom sex in a romance?
Okay, so I'm gonna admit that I'm not that turned off if there's some sort like the situation has to be right. Like if we just going and we know like, yeah, we good, okay, fine. If I just met you 20 minutes ago, and now you're trying to no, you need to wrap that up.
That's kind of like somebody I don't know putting their hand on my face.
Right. I don't like that.
Like, don't touch my face. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't care. Like, I do care if it's just like if it's a one-night stand. Come on, y'all need to be using a condom. But like in the span of a romance, if they're like into each other, I'm like, weren't y'all ever irresponsible? I recall quite a few instances of being completely irresponsible. And like it
doesn't bother me.
My whole Gods of Hunger series, condoms don't exist to me. They don't.
Don't exist.
What are those?
Yeah, they don't exist. I haven't mentioned one. I haven't talked about one. I haven't referred to them in any way.
I'm gonna open Drag Me Up and just search condom.
Condom, not one condom. No prophylactics. No Jimmy hats.
Yeah, when I invented this world, I was like, there are no STDs. We're all good. I don't know about the straight people that can procreate because I haven't written their book yet. But when we get there, we can discuss it at length.
It's like there could be a conversation afterwards. Like, you on the pill? Yeah, I'm on the pill.
We can discuss it at a later date. The first two books, that wasn't a possibility. So it's just like, do y'all, whatever, do y'all.
Yeah, I just don't. I mean, there are. It's not that I don't have condoms in my romances, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't want to slow down this action to put no condom in here. Let's just go.
And I think for me, it's kind of like.
My husband says ball tightening is the end, but he's not thrilled I'm asking.
He's like, why are you asking me this?
He's like, what are you
I asked my husband this actually like a couple weeks ago, and he's like, I'm not paying attention to that, Nicole.
I mean, I'm like, I knew it was a thing. You've never seen it happen?
Honestly, I didn't pay close enough attention either. I wasn't paying attention. But I asked him, I was like, okay, well, next time, can you please pay attention? But he did not. The next time he did not.
Nicole,
so, okay, we're just never going to know.
No one's ever going to know. How are you going to know?
It's going to be one of life's mysteries.
I think that is something that you have to do. Like you have to do the job. And then you have to be like, oh, okay, what's happening? Oh, wow.
But you got to stay focused down here. You can't be like, oh, what's happening? And then he's like, finish. Like, because then it just loses.
It's like, listen, research.
Not really. No, you have a hand for a reason.
Well, but if she's not focused and she just like stops mid,
she can't walk. You can't walk and chew gum.
I don't know. Can you?
I can.
Oh, you can?
I can. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You good?
It's just got to be him. Like there can't be any kind of action happening for me, which I will take that sacrifice for the purpose.
It's for science.
Research. It's for science. I'll do it
for the culture. No, I mean, it's good information to have because the fact that conversation was happening all the time a lot, I'm like, I was like, some of these people are as old as me. They don't know that this is actually a thing. This is a thing. This is absolutely a thing.
Never noticed. It's unfortunate.
I thought a little inside because I'm paranoid, but I'm not getting railed to heaven. So I know about somebody's wish.
I just kind of operate on the assumption that this is a romance. I should not see an STD between my two main characters.
Yeah, I'm off of the escapism. Like, I just don't want to think about it.
So this is the thing. I was like, I always kind of feel like, like romance always has like this onus of responsibility to portray good relationships and, healthy sexual conversations. And I'm like, just no, bro. Sometimes it's just messy as shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is how.
Like, I'm not. Unless y'all got tuition money on top of book money, we could talk about it. But like, I'm not in that business for a reason.
Yeah, it was like y'all don't put this onus on nobody else. You ain't got these murder book people, saying every chapter murder is bad, murder is wrong. Like, we know this. Like, this is fantasy, bro. Like,
thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
And I don't understand why that's such a hard thing. Like, I guess because they try to there's this whole stipulation of, you know, like women can't tell the difference between reality and fantasy when it comes to romance, because like, oh, romances have ruined relationships or whatever. I don't really actually know of any relationships that romances have ruined. I know some relationships that romances have strengthened because people have discovered things that they like and been able to have conversations with their partners. If you was breaking up over something that your wife or girlfriend read in a romance and you got mad, bruh, that was gonna happen anyway. Like that was not, you can't blame that on the romance. Y'all was not vibing.
No, just do better.
Just do
That's
better.
the thing, like, if you are reading romance to better your relationship, like obviously there are types of romance you're gonna go towards. You're not gonna go towards fantasy. You're not gonna go towards, you know, like villain romances. I mean, you can, but understand there's gonna be different guidelines or different expectations of those types of books as opposed to like regular contemporary books. So it's just like even like for Gods of Hunger, that's really like, I've said it was fantasy. Is there magic, anything like that? No. But am I gonna focus on all the real world expectations and problems that, you know, we take care of in real life? No, I'm not. Like that's not what I'm in it for at all.
Heather, I am not going to leave my husband just to go start a reverse harem full of sociopathic killers. Reading it is not going to warp my mind and ruin my life. Insert eye rolling. Yes. I don't think that are you sure? Are you sure? I mean, I think that, let me put it this way. I think that, check my DMs.
You got a name for your position because you didn't know what it was called.
Girl, I'm gonna wait because I'm afraid to see what's in there.
She did put Cupid's arrow up like a while ago. They said, I think it's called Cupid's arrow, so I wrote it down just so I know. But if it's different, I would also like to know, so I can.
I'll check it when we get off.
Okay.
When we get off. 12. I'm 12.
Give me all the puns. I love it.
I don't even remember what we were talking about. Oh, about realism and romance. Like, I feel like I think that there needs to be, just like this whole thing where we're moving away from the Black moment, right? Because I've been in romances for years. And, you know, like the old school of romance is that, you know, you have your 3 acts, you got the big breakup in the 3rd act, and then everybody gets back together, right? Mm-hmm. But for like years now, I've been seeing like a departure from that. Like people don't want to have like that huge, you know, misunderstanding and conflict. And the reason is like people will say it's unrealistic. I'm like, no, it's not unrealistic. It's too realistic. That's why you don't want it, because relationships break up all the time because people don't fucking talk. So to have that inserted in here is like, there's really no big reason. Like if there's no real reason for your couple to break up, why you got to do it? You can just have that quote unquote conflict can just be the big conversation they have that transitions them from being just infatuated with each other into being a couple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not smart or nothing. I've just been doing this for a long time. I feel like people just put too much, and this is what people talk about when they're like, oh, romances are formulaic. That type of shit you can let go, you know? Mm-hmm. Like you don't need to hold on to that. That doesn't make a romance good or better. And there are people who want to have that big dramatic moment, but I am of the camp where, you know, I just don't believe it's necessary.
All it does is stress me out and piss me off.
Because more often than not, it's not a good enough reason. They never come up with a good enough reason to get back together. Like you did some unforgivable shit. I don't understand how you back with this dude.
I don't get it. I deal with enough niggas on a daily who don't communicate. And don't understand what words mean, so I don't need it here.
Right. Like I said, like earlier, like that 3rd act breakup that no one asked for, but I find like with the formulaic romances, you find those more in traditionally published, which I think that's why indie published is just a tier above, because you don't need to have that.
Yeah, me and Katrina talk about this all the time, how like not even just that it's formulaic, that it's limiting. Like it limits the kind of stories that you can tell. It limits the author's creativity. Yes, it's it's always kind of like a challenge to be able to tell a story, and no matter what happens, to get them to a happily ever after, right? Like that's the challenge of being a romance author. But if you're always giving the same plot points, it gets boring to fucking write.
Yep.
And it gets boring to fucking read. This is why a lot of romance authors will say, like, they ask, well, what have you read or in a while? We'd be like, I ain't read no romance in a long time, but let me tell you about this murder book I read. You know what I mean? Like all of us are reading murder books and listening to murder podcasts because we are tired of contemporary romance, especially the ones that are getting, let me stop because I'm about to get on my soapbox. And then I start talking about people, and then I'm less liked. This is a problem for me. My mouth is slick, but just like it gets to be boring. It gets to be boring to write the same thing and to read the same thing, and there's absolutely no reason why we need to be having the same cookie cutter ending, or like the third act breakup for no reason, or always ending in marriage or babies, or even discussion of marriage or babies. Like, I don't even think I'm gonna put another fucking wedding. Like, I was actually surprised by actually putting an engagement in Liquor and Laundry. I was like, did I just end this on this sappy shit? Like, what the fuck? Like, this is the sappiest fucking book I've ever wrote in my life.
I really did that.
I was like, I don't want to do this. The whole time that I'm writing, I was like, I don't want to do this. But how else are we supposed to end this? It was like not only just giving them an engagement, it was like a big public engagement, which I loathe.
Public. Everybody knew.
Everybody
in public.
Like, I think it works. I think it worked with Liquor and Laundry just because they both felt like, we finally got our person, like this person that I've wanted all this time. Like, that's the natural progression of it. I feel like it's okay to do the proposal when it's meaningful, like it means something to their journey specifically. But when it's just like, okay, this is just what we're supposed to do.
That's what comes next.
You're like, this is just it. This is the only option that I have going forward. We get married, and then what? Like, then it's boring. Then it's like, what the fuck? Like, y'all don't go on trips or some shit? Like, I don't know. Like, take a vacation or something that like is meaningful to your relationship, not to relationships in general. Which is like with Hattie and Ahmad, it felt like it was that thing of, this is me saying, look, I finally got the girl. I finally got the guy. Like, this is meaningful to us. And then, it happened like, this is like the biggest moment of his life. And instead of focusing on that, he's focusing on proposing to his girl. Like, that meant something. Whereas, if you just do it, I mean, we're at brunch on a Sunday and I, get down on my knee and, hey, I don't know any of these people, but will you marry me?
Then it's just like cringe. It's so cringe. Like, I just like, whenever I see stuff like that, I'm just like, oh girl, I hope you really want to do this, because like, it's like the pressure to say yes
in front of everybody.
And if you say no, then you getting dragged for filth all over Twitter. It was like, oh, well, she could have just said yes to my man's at first and then told him no. I was like, why would she do that? She didn't. And then there's this video out there of her saying yes to something that she didn't want. Like, just stop proposing to people in public places, please. It's wrong. It's abuse.
We've had that conversation before. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't have that conversation 3 days a week for like 6 weeks.
Like, so what kind of diamond do you like? What kind of proposal do you see? And I think this is really just a microcosm of people just not having conversations about any of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, they see somebody doing something big on the internet, like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do it like that. Fuck, you should. No. Like, do you know your girl at all? Like, what are you doing? Exactly. Like, it's like, well, this is romantic. Y'all say you want romance. I'm like, is that the kind of romance that they want? Is that their love language?
Exactly.
Let me be very clear. We ain't talked about it, and you do it, I'm gonna embarrass the fuck out of you. That's it.
You would deserve it. Like, it's just because I'm not about to embarrass myself, embarrass you.
Child, I will turn into one of them the women that's on Maury Povich, like, you are not the father. I'll be like, no. The Nikes would be on and in commission. I'm running. I don't even want. Look, you can't even be like, where'd she go? I'm like, man,
she ran.
Like, man, listen, I had to go. I had to go.
And the whole thing where it's like you could have said yes, but just turn around and say, I changed my mind. It's like that's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
You were still
exactly. You're still the bad guy because like, oh well, here you have a video saying you said yes, but then you changed your mind.
I saw a video circulating on Twitter earlier, like late last week, about this dude getting his girl a car after she had said no to the proposal. I'm like, first of all, why is your dumb ass putting this on the internet? Like, are you ashamed of it or are you trying to shame her? Because she don't seem ashamed because she got a new car and she still got a man. So what is your goal here?
Like, whenever you don't have that conversation and then, somebody proposes to somebody else, right? And they're like, no, I'm not ready. And then y'all are automatically like, we're breaking up. I never want to talk to you again. Like, bro, like she never said she didn't want to be with you.
She just said she want to get married.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you not have these conversations at all? And he's like, I don't understand. I just don't get it. Like, if she's like, I'm not ready, that's not the same as no. So what are you overreacting for and making her look like a bad guy instead of having that conversation in your own house? Yeah, because that's what you trusted your ass to do, and you couldn't do that.
Man, don't talk.
That is like, God save me from the fragile male ego. It's just like you say no to a proposal or I'm not ready. Exactly. That doesn't mean you want to break up. It's just like you're not ready for that next step. But
if you break up with her, then she was right to say fucking no.
Exactly. It's not all like everything or nothing, it's just like, let's just keep what we have for right now because that's what's been working for us.
And if we'd had this conversation in private, you wouldn't be nursing your broken heart right now because I'm going to be fine. Like, listen, like it just doesn't make any sense. It seems so reckless to me. Like, it seems really reckless. It's just like, oh, I ain't said nothing to her about none of this, but let me go ahead and make this public.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's just like my crippling anxiety to rejection, but I'm just like, I'm not doing that to me. I'm not doing that to you.
Ain't doing it to nobody.
I'm not doing that to everybody in this restaurant. Like, y'all, we gonna hold
the secondhand embarrassing it. Like, if I saw somebody getting proposed to, even if I don't hear the yes, I'm over there like, oh my God, we gotta leave. I'm gonna throw up. I gotta go.
Get the check. Get the
check. We gotta go. Because I'm like, what's wrong? This is sweet. No, it's not. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see it.
Even if we talked about it and you were like, yes, you can do it in the restaurant, I'm still gonna be waiting for you to be like, come on, you can do it now. You can do it now.
You got the ring to do it today? Like, no.
You're just waiting for her to be like, okay, now's the time where you get down on one.
Exactly.
Like, oh, today? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Don't worry, I got it on me.
No, okay, good, because I'd be like, I forgot it. I forgot the ring.
I was like, I didn't know what was happening today.
Today?
Nah, I'm gonna keep that thing on me all the time.
You gotta be prepared.
Ready now?
Then you just gonna be anxious because you walk around with 6 paychecks on you.
No,
like sweating. Like, oh God, is it still there? Is it still there?
That mini heart attack. That mini heart attack you have when you lost your phone. It's 1,000 times worse when it's an engagement ring.
Oh God.
It's the same thing too. Like, I'm not. First of all, you're picking out your own ring because I'm not about to walk up in here with some shit you don't like. Like, what the fuck? No, thank you.
Or you should be close enough to her friends to be able to ask her friends for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my friend has already created a Pinterest board. She's like, so if he asks, this is what I like.
I 100% picked out my own ring.
Like, make it like, and that's why too is like, people are always like, oh, they're spoiled, they're brats, blah blah blah. But bro, they have to wear the fucking ring. I don't care. Like, they're the one wearing it. I just have to give it to them. Like, it's a rite of passage or whatever. Like, I'm handing it over. I never have to, look at it up close again, except for when I'm with her. So why would I not let her pick her own ring? That's weird.
Right?
That's
I for sure 100% picked out my own ring. And then my husband, he did propose to me in a public area, but he waited until everybody left.
You looking around like, we can go now.
Exactly. That is, I'm like, why are we just sitting here? Like, can we go? And he's like, no, let's just enjoy the sunset for a little while longer. And he's just like, please leave.
Nicole's
See,
like,
that
I'm
would be
ready to
me. That
go.
literally be me.
I was
It's 3 a.m. Yeah, but it's okay. Come on, let's go right now.
I was so ready to leave, and we were fighting earlier in the day, and I was just like, I don't even want to be next to you right now.
You know why y'all was fighting? Because he was nervous. He was nervous. He couldn't get his shit together. He was just like self-sabotaging.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny because listening to him tell the story, like we had been arguing that day, and he's like just thinking his internal monologue. If this was a romance, he's like, "Woman, stop making this so difficult. I'm gonna propose. Like, why do you gotta be like this?"
He's like, "Well, I was gonna give you this motherfucking ring today, but since you won't be a bitch,
now I'm giving you shit.
Will you fucking marry me? Here go the goddamn ring."
He just throws it. He's like, "Here, will you marry me?"
Take the fucking ring. Shit.
It's so funny when he tells the story because he's like, she was yelling at me and I'm trying to propose.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
I know. I was just.
Yeah, but you guys made it. Now you guys chase storms together and shit.
Oh no. The public proposal at the baby shower or at graduation.
Why would you do that?
Or at somebody else's wedding?
Yeah, somebody else's wedding.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
Not
like,
about you.
We gonna fight. We gonna fight. We gonna fight. We gonna fight.
Yeah,
Yes.
if like my brother proposed at my wedding, I beat the shit out of him and take him outside. Like
unless it was a conversation. I saw one where it was a conversation that the sister had with the groom or whatever, like said it was okay.
Yes.
But just this whole, it was like, oh, it's so romantic. I thought it would be. No, this is my motherfucking day.
It can't be a random person. The only person who that is allowed for is my best friend, who is like my sister. Any of y'all other hoes, find your own event. This ain't it. Nope.
I will pull them up off there. Get up off. You better get up.
Yeah, I'd have got like, nope. She said no. Get out of my face.
Just come and knock the ring out their hand. Like the fuck you doing?
Just push them down. Oh, they fell. Dang. Yeah, my brother-in-law asked, like, oh, can I propose at your? No. He did ask. Thank you, Will, if you're watching.
But it's just
I
such
said
a
no.
weird. It's such a weird. I don't understand it.
Yeah, like why? You think it's gonna be more romantic because you like she's in this mood or whatever? Like, bro, she wants to marry you. You don't want to ask her when she's being influenced by outside influences. Like, you don't want that because then
it's like you're trying to guarantee a yes.
Yeah, like if she changes her mind after that, she's like, you know what? I'm over it. Like. Or like
oh, I just said yes because we were at a wedding and it was so romantic, and I just, I was
drunk.
Yeah,
I was drunk. I ate a lot of broccoli.
That just seems like a whole lot of outside influence that I'm not willing to bet on.
It's my cousin picked the wrong one.
His fiance kept that engagement.
You know what?
Good for her.
Yeah,
good for her. That's what I'm saying.
Get what you want, girl. You're gonna be stuck with that ring your whole life. Get what you want.
Exactly.
Your whole life. You don't want to just hate the ring you have, and then it's like, oh yeah, 10-year anniversary, we're gonna get an upgrade, and then 10 years goes by, don't get the upgrade because you don't know what's gonna happen in 10 years.
Right.
Just get the one you want right now.
6 paychecks.
Start us.
You're right.
Thank you. I
don't understand weddings either. Like, why? It's because most of the people I know that had a wedding, they paid for it themselves, and it was so stressful they didn't get to enjoy it. Yep. It's just a party for everybody else. That was you. I'm sorry, Nicole.
Yeah,
so I'm just like,
in the house.
You're not gonna get me in the church. Like, I'm here for food, and that's really it. You know what I'm saying? So,
we can have a barbecue.
And I guess too, like living in Vegas, where so many people kind of just walk into chapels and walk out, and they're like, "It's done." I'm like, "Yeah, that's not. You even got to think about that."
My dad literally said, "Like, you sure you want to do this? You just don't want to go to Vegas and get married?" My dad. I'm like,
it's like I'm willing to pay for the tickets to Vegas. Y'all could just do that instead. I had a former friend of mine. Her third marriage. We all flew to Vegas and got like dressed up in like these 50s style dresses, and she had the drive-through wedding.
Yeah, they got theme weddings here. You can pick whoever you want.
It was fun.
Heather's comment, you can't pick out a shirt I like, but you're going to choose my dream engagement ring.
Exactly.
You texted me from the store, talk about, babe, you like this shirt?
Right.
What about these pants? Are these shorts too short?
I mean,
babe?
sure. If you're talking about a shirt, I can't go to the grocery store without being like, hey, are you sure that's the kind you want? Like is this it?
You can't even
Or
pick up the
I'm not trying to pick a ring.
We've been together for over 15 years and he doesn't know what I want at McDonald's.
I've been drinking the coffee the same way for 20 years. Every time. What you usually get in your coffee?
See. Mm-mm.
Yep.
Nope.
Angry proposals are hilarious. Angry.
Oh yeah, like just like fuck it, take this fucking ring.
I know. And we had talked about it, obviously, because I picked out my ring. We had talked about it, and stuff, but it was still a surprise because we had been fighting. I'm surprised he didn't change his mind.
Nicole's like, I didn't even think you liked me right now.
He's like, you sure it is? You sure?
I was like, this was the day you decided? And he was just like, I didn't know what you were going to fight with me. Like, it could happen, honestly. It's just like, flip a coin. Is Nicole mad? I don't know.
I mean, that's the thing too. If he still wants to marry you when you're angry, that's true.
True.
That's a good sign.
That's a keeper.
Thanks. He is. He's great.
So, this older woman, younger man situation, are we gonna get the nail tech? Like, is that?
So that list that I did, listen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad I did it. Number one, it was fun. I don't know if we necessarily gonna get the nail tech. She just had a whole bunch of ideas. It was just somebody's son. It was all just somebody's son. It was like the pastor's son, the nail tech son. I was like, Taima, like mix it up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I had a couple of good ideas. And like there's like 40 of them in there. I haven't checked in a while because I've been cycling too. But yeah, I'm eventually going to get around to all of those stories. Some of them may be just short stories, some of them may be novels, but it's just going to be like my dessert projects. Like I like writing those stories. I don't have to do a lot of work for them, It's just like, oh, let me just make them filthy. It's like, let this lady get her some young peen. I can't picture the pastor's son working out either.
I can. You don't got to go back to that church.
First of all, it's going to be hard for me to write church anyway because I ain't been to church in good.
Even better, you don't even like the pastor's son.
I don't believe in the Christian God no more, y'all.
Like, I don't want to do that research. I don't want to do that research.
Like, do I actually need to go to church?
No.
Oh, Pastor should be a sub with Praise King.
I like it.
You have something here. You're onto something.
Gotcha.
Write that down.
I don't know if it should be the Holy Ghost, but
Oh, this is turning into a paranormal romance with a ghost, menage, polyamorous.
Yeah, I'm going to probably eventually write all of those. Maybe I'll just make my career just nothing but older woman, younger man. People do that, right?
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, there are people out there that write nothing but black woman, white man. That's it. I would get bored.
So bored. Like you don't ever want her to experience no black pain. Like I'm confused.
Oh, guys, that a terrible pastor so they could leave the church guilt free.
I mean, it's a thought.
There's a reason.
See, but I just have a thing about bad men of God. Like they're kind of just gross to me.
Okay, that's
yeah, like
fair.
It's got to be a son. I can't think sexy church. Priests don't count because that's just like an anomaly. They should not exist. Honestly, there's no reason why a grown ass man should have anybody tell them they can't have sex with somebody. That is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the only reason why those stories work is because there's so much angst involved. Like the only good thing about Priest to me was Tyler's internal dialogue, like his struggle between religion and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of that was great. I could take or leave Poppy. I don't even like. Sometimes I struggle to even remember her name. It was like, what was the woman's name in this book? Who? Poppy. Right. Okay.
I didn't even know until you said it. I'm like, yeah, I read that book. Yep.
But I really just didn't like. Every time she had a point of view, I'm like, swipe. Here we go. I want to see this man suffer and feel guilt. That's about it. And that's a very Catholic thing too, as well. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see them suffer. But that's what they do. Isn't that what their life is about? Like, they signed on for that.
That's it.
They signed on for the suffering. So I just want to witness their suffering. It's there for me to witness.
I never understood it. I went to Catholic school like my whole life up until it was time to go to college. I'm not Catholic, but that's where my mama put me, so whatever. And we would literally sit in class. And I'm like, so they can't do nothing? Does God really care? Are y'all sure?
You sure?
This is the thing. Like, why do you think God cares what you're doing?
I don't.
All these millions of people, trillions of people on this earth, he gonna zoom in on you. You committed a sin. Like, no one cares, bro. Like, I just cannot imagine being a nun and living my life closeted with a bunch of women that I don't fucking know. Like, if they're my best friend, that's one thing, but living with a bunch of broads is the worst. Like, oh my God, that was like my number one thing about being in the army. Like, women are disgusting.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It was horrible. Like, I would want to get into fights daily, just going into the bathroom. Just,
you ever had to clean bathrooms at like either a restaurant or
they the nastiest.
Women are nasty.
I had a roommate that I drug out of the bed because for some reason she just could not get her sanitary stuff to go down the toilet. So you would go in there and it would be like a massacre in the fucking bowl.
No.
And I'm like, this is an industrial flush. Like, this is, you know what I mean? This is a army barracks. Like, you flush the toilet, it wakes everybody in the room up. Like, yep. I was like, so everybody else should go down but yours? I'm like, nah, bruh. I dragged her ass right out of that fucking bed by her ankles. So we got this. Like, flush this fucking toilet.
It's like every time you flush, it's 60 gallons, but your stuff can't go. Gosh.
No. That don't make sense.
Yeah, I was like, this. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna murder one of these people.
Oh God.
No, I don't think all of them are evil, but maybe they are. I don't know.
I think you've watched what?
Nuns.
What's that horror movie?
The Nun.
The Nun.
It's a literal. Thank God you're here because I would not have been able to guess it.
It's literally The Nun.
It's literally The Nun. You watched that movie, so.
Nope. Terrifying.
Whitney's gonna watch it with me.
No, I'm
she
not.
Is. Yeah, you is.
You scary? You scary too?
So I have a very specific genre of horror movies that I like. Give me teens and adults getting sliced up. I'm here for it.
So you like slasher?
Slasher.
I like slasher stuff. All of that Conjuring, I'm possessed, and
that's my shit.
And that was
ooh, child. All of them Conjuring movies, like when the last one came out, me and my sons watched all of them. Mm-hmm. Like, I do not advise watching them all in a row.
I did that too.
My anxiety was through the fucking roof. You know what I don't like? I don't like anything that has to do with like deep water. Like any of those, the sharks or like stranded at sea and you stuck in the water. You're underwater and the something's happening and your little station is getting crushed. No, the level of anxiety I feel is like there's too many anomalies.
Yep.
Wow. Hey girl. Hey, I'm late. I'm sorry, y'all. Don't look at my outfit because it's not outfitting. So
I mean, you matching.
I'm sorry, I'm late. Hi, y'all.
Hi.
Okay, so what I miss?
About an hour and a half worth of stuff.
Ooh, who said everything? Y'all shading me. Who that is?
You're standing.
Just standing.
The stand-in.
So I'll just sit here and be nice.
We did ask your icebreaker question, so you have to catch the replay.
I didn't know the name of the position, but apparently there is a name for the position.
But I wrote down the description. You know that.
Apparently it's called a Cupid's arrow.
Cupid's arrow.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Let me Google this because I wonder if it have pictures.
I don't know, but it should.
that's how I learned pictures.
The diagrams
I
are
know.
not really super helpful in those books, though. It's like, how you like, yeah. The
I need to
Kama
know where
Sutra
all
is like
the limbs
all the
are supposed to
limbs.
be. I need to know where they're supposed to be
Also, like
at
at
any
this
given
point,
time.
yes, and at this point, I need like a little bit of like a, how like you doing a workout video and you have that one guy that's doing like halftime. I need
The modified version.
I need a modified version. Do we have a pillow? Do we have a demonstration that has a pillow, a wedge?
You're like,
something?
What if my leg doesn't go like that? What do I do then?
Sometimes I get a cramp on my left butt cheek. What do we do then? I need a modified version.
We were just talking about that. Just like Wit in our writing chat with Malia. We're like, I had a Charlie horse one time and no one's turned on after that.
No.
It ruins it.
It ruins everything. Especially if it's one of those ones that you got to stand up to get rid of. Like,
stretch out.
You're
drink
like
water,
just punching your thigh. No one's turned on after that.
No.
Nobody.
No. It's like, you know what? Let's just carry our old asses to sleep. That's it.
This is a sign that we're just not meant to do this tonight.
Hey, give me my remedies.
Hi, Charles.
You say jumping in like a late auntie. Wow.
Yeah, jumping in like a late.
Better late than never.
There we are.
Y'all gonna turn it up or whatever? Like, this is really mellow compared to what I thought it was gonna be. Like,
What did you think was gonna happen?
It's not so crazy.
Y'all was making threats. Y'all was making threats.
Like, so
it was just a gentle suggestion. It was just an asterisk that no one saw down at the bottom that we just had to bring to life.
Right, that we repeated over and over again.
I mean,
no, I still ain't doing that shit.
Wait, what now?
Sex furniture. Yes.
So we're not doing the read of your new. No.
When did I ever say? When did I? No.
Now, Tasha, listen now. Now, listen here.
How do I get out of the frame? How do I get out of the frame?
Don't look at me with the eyes. No.
Girl, what you doing? So what's going on? What I miss? So we're not what now?
I think that's
I mean, honestly, I mean, and he was going to read from If She Says Yes. Actually, you can choose wherever you want to, but I don't have anything that I feel comfortable with sharing even at this point yet from anything new.
Okay.
Look at her face. She's like,
like,
but you ready now? You don't want to talk no more? You don't want to talk no more?
I mean, what do you mean by you're not comfortable? Like,
oh no, it's just not ready.
Okay.
Like,
not ready.
My work in progress, like they barely just had sex. I wrote the sex scene today.
Oh.
So you are ready.
Right, because you said you have a sex scene. Now you just say you wrote the sex scene today. Now that's
called a draft.
A draft.
A little draft ain't never hurt nobody.
You can catch cold from the draft.
You can't
catch pneumonia from the draft.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I ain't never catch no pneumonia or cold.
From a draft?
No, never.
But the auntie
coming out.
Roger Strong. Yes, Auntie Roger Strong.
Right.
Thank you. She really did. I was like, ooh. And you can't be pulling no auntie on me. We the same age.
Oh, we are. God damn it.
I just remember that.
Are we really though?
We're the same age. You can't do that to me.
Are we really though, Tasha?
But I think RM can definitely read an excerpt from something you already have out if you would like. Doesn't have to be new stuff.
Listen, I told y'all.
I feel like you're messing up the groove here because we had a nice thing going. Everything was running smooth, and now
You know what? You know what? You're absolutely right. And I think that we should probably just end it since I am, you know what I mean? Since I'm messing with the group about, we should actually just end it early because
you know, opportunity to redeem yourself from messing up.
I think this person has all the power here.
So this is the thing. It's like I don't know who you thought, but I don't care about embarrassing myself.
You know?
No, I'm not reading that shit. No. Let me explain something to you. I am very much a person that does not like to do things unless I can do them well. And this is something I cannot do well. I've not been able to read out loud in front of people since 5th grade. I am not doing that to myself.
I just think you should leave the past in the past and move forward. You know what?
Your tweet when you took the screenshot and you're just like, I am not reading this out loud. Who?
Right. I just feel like, you know, you have this experience from 5th grade, so you should be like, you know what? 5th grade was a long time ago.
You know what?
So we should move past this, and then we should just.
The trauma is still there. That's what I said. Tame.
What?
I thought we were talking about all kinds of stuff.
We were tame tonight.
Apparently.
What did we do last time?
There was a we were talking about sex toys and
we were
oil as lube. And
we talked about the lube, yeah.
Oh no, they said we was boring, child.
I know. Dang.
Sex furniture.
What did y'all come for? Tell us. What did you come here for?
They came because they wanted y'all to drag me to get me to read that fucking excerpt. And why do you think that RM is here? Like,
because RM's gonna do it. But yes, you should invest in one of those wedges.
You should invest. You should go onto Amazon and just put in sex furniture. It's an adventure.
The wedges
There's a stool.
nice.
There's a rocking stool. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let me write this.
Let me wait. Stop, girl. What you doing? So,
don't
what are you doing?
Rocking sex.
It's a stool, and it's like a glider, like one of those. Remember when you were a kid, you had a hobby horse, not the kind that rock, but the kind that glides.
I'm writing this down so I can look for it later.
You can add apparatus to it. Like you can have a toy there, or you can have a person. There's lots of different. Yes, just girl.
Ooh, the common room talk said we would like the synopsis and the character description.
For what? For my new.
Yeah.
Okay, so the new book is the third Malone sister book. It's Augustina's book, and the hero is Julian Webster from The Lost Diaries. If you read that, that's the homeboy that didn't get a chance. Like he just got on his plane and left and went to South Carolina. So this story takes place in South Carolina. It's got some witchy elements.
Witchy elements.
Yeah, just a little bit of witchy elements. Like, I mean, if you read A Taste of Her Own Medicine, kind of that level, maybe a little bit more turned up.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's going to be there's sex magic in it. It's like baby witch sex magic.
Wait. What?
Okay.
Sex magic? Please explain.
Okay, so all right, I'm liking this shit. I really am.
Yeah, she's been interesting to write because she actually is. It's going to be some mental illness rep there. She's bipolar too, and a lot of the reason why she struggles with relationships is because she's bipolar, and when she's interested in someone, it's hard for her to decipher, like, is this good stuff or is this mania? You know what I mean? And Julian's still got a broken heart. So she's also an empath. So she's just kind of like all the time leaving rocks around for him. Like, bro, you need this, take this. And he's in her yoga class. That's how it starts off. Like he's in her morning yoga class. And she's like, this is supposed to be a Zen space. I come in here, you're in my spot, and you got all this sad boy funk coming off of you. Like, what can I do? What can I do? So she goes and digs a lapis lazuli out of her bag and like puts it like he's laying there in Savasana, and she puts it on his forehead, and he's like, what the fuck? She's like, this is gonna help you with your issues. Thanks. You're welcome. Like, here you are.
Interested.
The proper response is thank you.
It's just like, so she's like, what the fuck? I was like, no, before you cuss me out, this is gonna help you make whatever decision you're struggling with because it's all over you. You know, here's for your choices. You're welcome.
So how much like of Tasha is in this book? Like, are you walking around putting crystals on people's foreheads?
I would love to, honestly.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like I'm like, ooh, child, you just need to carry some highlight because your energy, your anxiety is making me anxious. Like, you know how you get around some people and just like, oof. Like, here's some black tourmaline. Here's some here's some highlight. Just tuck it in your bra. So
we're gonna be. I like it.
Just put it in your bra. Funny story. It happened to me again. Every time I travel, I always forget that I put crystals in my bra. And then I get to the thing, you standing there. You know, it's like, what is this here? Oh,
protection.
It's like, it's just this. He's like, what is that? It's like, it's a crystal. It's not awkward. I'm sorry. It's like, do you want to see it? I mean, it's got some titty sweat on it. You can, if you want. It's like, because I'm in the airport, so I'm nervous anyway. It's got titty sweat on there. It's a little slick, but you know, I'm wearing this so that it protects me. But yeah, but I actually do. I wish I could, but I find that people find that obnoxious. So
I feel like I would be okay with that. Like, give me what I need. It's fine.
Exactly.
So a friend of mine just opened a crystal shop in Chattanooga, and she said the first day that she was open, this random woman just came in off the street. She was like, yeah, I'm the kind of person who just like I was looking for a place to do crystal readings. Like, she's someone who could just like look at you and be like, oh, these are the crystals you need. Or she could be like, these are the crystals that you need for your life. Oh, hoodoo practitioner help. Thank you.
Wait.
Hey, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Also, hoodoo.
Girl, I keep mine too, girl.
Everybody can do. Look. I keep mine in a little spray bottle. I keep mine in a little spray bottle so that whenever I'm stressed out, just.
I mop with this. I put this outside by my
Florida
doors.
water.
I don't leave.
Hey, baby.
Hey. This hair is hair. Ooh, I love it.
I love you, girl. Hey.
I don't know, but you give it hair and face, girl. Like, look.
This is hair, and I'm loving it. It's giving
I
me
love it.
Less, yes.
Change the wig up, you know.
Love it.
What have I missed? Have you already read the excerpt?
We getting there, boo. We getting there. We ain't gonna miss it. We getting there. Period.
So we haven't applied pressure yet.
Basically,
slight pressure.
You know what's so
slight
funny?
pressure.
You know, I don't know why. I feel like the more pressure you apply, the more I'm gonna resist because that's just my personality.
Yeah.
So
The more you tell me to do something,
we want to get
pressure bust pipes, baby. You gonna bust out this excerpt tonight? Okay.
What are we busting?
So yeah, did we even talk about Tasha's love for older women, younger men romances? Did I miss that?
Yes,
Tasha, before we go anywhere else, I just wanted to commend you on A Taste of Your Own Medicine because that was one story that really spoke to me when I was getting into Black romance and the spirituality of the Gullah woman, bitch, the ritual just outside under the moon. I was like, this is magic right here. So you really snapped. I love those stories. Birdie and her boyfriend, whatever he is, are okay, but girl, that's amazing. We love it.
Why y'all love Birdie?
I did not appreciate him at all.
I mean, he's entirely a fuckboy, but you know,
he could cook though. He could cook.
That's what I'm saying. And he had no problem with cooking.
Fuck boys always have like one redeeming quality that.
No, he had two. He liked to. He had two. He liked to go down too all the time.
That's two. You could cook and you eat pussy.
Look,
it makes you forget like it's a fuck boy right here.
Yes.
Girl, chefs love to eat.
We love heroes. We love heroes who eat.
We do.
Yeah, so it's like I just can't.
Batman don't.
I love that story. I loved it. I don't care what y'all say. It
Which
does
one's the
perform
favorite?
it's still gonna be Sunny definitely. Sunny Atlas, definitely.
Yeah.
But I do love that story. I feel like I wrote the story I wanted to write. So what y'all don't like it, I don't care.
No, I loved it, but the fucking lawyers.
He was just a mess.
Soft pressure here. Can we get a cover reveal for anything taking baby steps?
Okay, I can do a cover reveal actually. I can do a cover reveal. How can we do that?
We can't even get.
I can do a cover reveal.
The prologue, the first line of the prologue.
Who does prologues?
Now, Tasha, you got to give us something now. You can.
Okay, cover reveal. We can do a cover reveal.
Do a cover reveal.
I feel like a cover reveal is not what it's not going to give us what it's supposed to give.
Fine.
Listen.
T. Okay, now Tasha is not like everyone else.
No, you want to argue? I can't argue with you. You mad?
I'm very mad.
I can't argue with you.
Mad.
No.
Whitney, get her, please. Whitney, get her, please.
Look at you.
Listen,
look at you.
Hold a hoe. You messing this up. Like, I
Hold a hoe.
She said hold a hoe.
Don't
mess this up for
pound
me.
the gavel or something. Get T in chat. Come on now, Sheriff. Come on.
Ain't y'all supposed to, y'all got a cattle prod or something? You know, girl. Like, no, y'all got the magic panties with the vibrator. You know,
I don't want that.
She might like that
too much.
That would not be punishment.
T is gonna hop off so that we could get the cover reveal, and then she could hop back on once the cover reveal is over.
That sounds like a plan.
Somebody kick this hoe from the chat. Kick this hoe from the chat.
Because I don't, Tasha, come on now.
So let's do the cover reveal. Tasha, on the bottom of your screen, do you see a share option?
Okay, let me.
I'll try to talk.
Taima, you just gonna be mad. You're just gonna be mad, and it's fine. You know what? Like, it's fine. It's terrible, not to get what you want sometimes. Like, I think
reveals in one day. Like,
I really feel like this is something that you have to navigate as an adult. Sometimes you just don't get what you want. They made whole songs about it.
But we do get what we need, and I need this cover reveal. So please.
Right.
Don't mess this up for me.
Okay,
maybe if you're lucky, after we get off, Tasha will cuss you out and then send you an excerpt.
I ain't sending her nothing. She ungrateful.
She's not gonna follow you after this.
Yeah. You go get a soft block. I'm gonna mute you, so I don't even have to see. Don't even have to hear you. Just gonna mute you. That's how we do. That's what's gonna happen.
You know how
no, serious
lies were all like, "Oh my god, thank you so much." She's gonna be like, "I hated this bitch. She was so rude. She's never coming back to Hoe Valley."
Nope, that's fine. Y'all don't know what y'all don't. See, this is the thing, though, y'all. Y'all don't understand that I'm used to not being liked. This is actually fun for me.
Like, the glasses squaring off and everything.
Tasha, please don't do this to us, the good hoes.
The good hoes.
All right.
Okay.
Best behavior hoes.
So, y'all ready to see it? Y'all ready to see it?
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you should see a share screen option.
T, why are you covering your mouth like that?
Okay. There you go. Can y'all see it?
Let me.
Oh, wait.
Where did T go?
She left. For real. Okay.
Hold on,
there you go.
Okay.
Can y'all
let
see
me. Okay. Here we go.
Oh my god.
You look so happy.
Yeah.
I love this their own two hands.
Oh my gosh, this is so cute.
Like, this is Black Girl Joy. I love this.
Yes.
So beautiful. The smile. Oh
Can we
my
get a
God.
backstory to the
cover? How I found it. Okay, so I'm one of those people that I hoard photos. I made the mistake of actually sharing my hoarded photo file with Katrina Jackson, and she legit stole one of the pictures out of there. Like, I was just like, oh, that's not what I wanted you to do. But she was like, oh, because I showed her the cover, and she was like, oh, I was wondering if you was going to use that, and then she told me the other day that she is actually using it for her heist cover. So that's fucked up. Anyway. I redid my cover. It's fine. And she didn't tell me. It's fine. I redid my cover. It's fine. She told me after I told her that I was going to use that. She was like, oh, good. Because I was going to use that photo anyway. But yeah, I hoard photos. I probably have a membership at every last one of those stock photo places. And I will just, like, whenever I find one, I'm just like, I'm not telling anybody about this. I'm just going to hold on to this until I can figure out a story to write for it. Because otherwise... You just don't. You're not gonna have tape. Wow.
Has anybody checked Twitter? Because Katrina is telling us to hold you accountable.
I don't care about her.
That's what she said.
Guess what? I don't care about her. I don't care about her either. I don't care about her either.
We're not trying to break up a friendship.
You can't break up the friendship. This is the animosity that's between us on a 24/7. Have you not been paying attention?
How about you? Have you seen him on Twitter?
That's just what makes it to Twitter. Like the times that we actually like each other and get along are smaller. Like we're constantly going at each other. Love her to death, though. Good friend. Awesome.
Yeah,
but we can't even get. I know we're talking about real. We get like the opening sentence.
Fine. These are not. Y'all want me to read a sex scene? I'm not reading a sex scene. I can read regular shit.
You don't have to do that.
Okay.
You don't have to do that.
No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to read the sex scene.
Your friend over here. You know, I'm just gonna cover. I'm covering up old girl over here in the corner.
T, stop being like that. You Scorpio women, I swear.
You know what? See, and this is why I don't pay her any mind. My mother is an absolute Scorpio. I grew up with this level of violence. I'm accustomed to it. I'm accustomed to it. They be mad for a while and then they get over it.
How about this up to the sex? See, we could do that. The tension.
Oh God.
I love some good tension.
I love aggressive love languages.
Right?
Yes. Her love language is I hate you. We're not actually friends. She's actually not my friend, honestly. Like, she's very mean to me. I just want you to know. I know it seems like I'm the mean one, but she's very mean.
It's like you heard it here first.
She is very mean to me. Okay.
Sometimes Scorpios have to be dragged. I dragged my little sister.
Whoa.
You know what?
Like, have to be?
Yes. It's their love language.
No.
Yeah.
Y'all like confrontation, or else you feel like you're not loved.
Oh, I love confrontation. Pick me. Y'all want to fight?
You won't fight.
Wait, Tasha, what's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Yes, come through. Period.
Look at
This is the issue.
What?
She's
that I'm a Leo. Yes.
That's the issue.
No, the issue actually is that you're a Scorpio.
Moving right along.
Because everybody else in the room was chill until you showed up, right? So I feel like, not saying that it's a problem, but it might be the Scorpio in the room.
I mean, it's not the Sagittarius. That's all I'm.
I mean, well, y'all,
Yeah,
listen, y'all are
Sagittarius.
constantly a
We're not even gonna talk
Don't
about
even
Sagittarius.
don't even bring up Sagittarius.
Y'all
Just
are
let's not
constantly
talk
a
no.
problem.
Don't do that.
Terrorist.
No.
Sagittarius.
Just no.
Sagittarius.
Thank
No.
you.
He
Just
only
Thank you.
turns
Wait,
when
no,
he's
no.
hysterical.
Sit here.
Don't
I ain't
do
even
it.
You
said
set
this.
yourself up.
It won't happen.
No. Don't do it with.
I said what I said.
Whitney,
Okay.
Whitney, do you want these problems?
Now.
No.
I ain't afraid. I ain't scared. Let's
Mm-mm.
go.
Not you. Not you.
You got a Leo and a Leo rising on the chat right now. You can get touched.
Let's speak. Will be whenever you're ready to touch me. Let me know.
All my
Drop the
life,
energy.
I had to
Drop-
fight.
We gonna have a fight in
Wait.
Cold Valley. We gonna have a fight in Cold Valley.
I'm trying to figure out, is this like, is this a seduction or is it a fight?
It's
I
both.
took it as seduction.
It's both.
Oh.
Both.
It's both.
I feel, the energy here. It's a little
Listen,
mixed.
Whit and I are married. We are married,
think
so she's gonna
It's
get
the
a little
sexual
cheated at the
tension.
Listen, this is my
It's-
partner for life, so
I
It's
mean,
the
we
sexual
kiss
tension
Whit.
that we're
Should we
feeling.
just kiss?
Yes,
the people
Come here,
are
boo.
waiting.
Come here.
kiss and make up.
So I guess I can read.
Yes.
Yay!
Okay. So the lead up to this is she's taken him crystal hunting, and he had asked her, like, what crystal do I need to heal a broken heart? So she just kind of, at this point, she's like, oh Lord, this boy needs more help than I can give him. But also the night previous, they had all had an almost kiss, right? An almost kiss, not just kind of like, it was literally like a ghost moment. She's a ceramicist, so she's teaching him how to do it. She's sitting across from him, and their faces are right next to each other. And she was like, "Is that his mouth?"
So close, almost.
Yeah,
there.
like so close, but not a kiss. So, yeah. The sun had sunk below the horizon. A bonfire was going, and the drum circle had convened when I found myself laying on a blanket next to Augustina, looking up at the stars and passing a tightly rolled joint between us. By the time the acoustic guitars made their debut, I was feeling pretty nice. Julian, she whispered and reached out and traced her fingers down my forearm. I startled at her touch. It felt electric. I let out a sigh and flipped my hand palm up. She pulled my hand into her chest, circled the center of my palm with the tip of her finger, then threaded her fingers through mine. Her warmth, it radiated from her and felt so damn good. Was this how good energy felt? Okay, I'm not going to try to do this Jamaican accent. Okay. It's like, you're always going on about energy, that someone's energy is bad or murky or off. What's that about? How does that feel? Augustina pulled her hand away. What do you mean? I reached for her again and relaced our fingers. Was it my imagination, or had her skin cooled significantly in those few seconds? Her head rolled toward me and our eyes met. I said, don't get angry. I just want to understand. I mean, what do you feel when someone's energy is off? She sighed and looked up at the night sky. I guess it's kind of like the wind, I chuckled softly. Nah, I don't know. That's why I asked. And maybe I was just high, but the people around us, the bonfire, all of it melted away. And it felt like we were just two people sharing secrets in the dark. She says, okay, well, it's like the wind tonight. It's barely there, right? Like a whisper, a suggestion against the skin, the barest of kisses. She trailed her fingertips up along my forearm again. But it can be destructive too. It can tear a tree right out of the ground or flatten a house, stir up the sea to create 20-foot waves. She turned to me and looked at me, her face serenely happy. That's how energy feels to me. You feel that all the time? To some degree, she said, yes. Go ahead and ask. Ask what? The question that every guy asks at this moment. I hated that I fit the profile of other men she'd shared this intimate knowledge of herself with, but I did want to know. How does my energy feel to you right now? A soft smile curved her lips, and then she closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and went unnervingly still. She said, then laughed. You're still skeptical. I'm not. She's like, yeah, you are. I can feel it. It's okay. I'm used to it. She gripped my hand a little tighter and drew in another deep breath and exhaled more forcefully, as if she was blowing away my skepticism. Or maybe that was the way it felt to me, because it was gone now and replaced by that same feeling that came over me in the crystal shop. Oh, she gasped, her other hand flying low to her belly. There you are. Her smile widened. This was good for you, this day. You're feeling less pessimistic about your work. You're feeling awakened, maybe. And maybe the passion for it is back. It's warm in your belly, but you've been so stagnant that you're afraid to fan it, to let that flame grow. Is that gonna work?
That was beautiful. That
Yay!
Listen, sister, you have a talent. You have a talent. I love that. The part
One-
where she exhaled like she's trying to blow away my skepticism. Bitch, how do you come up with that?
right.
I don't know. I just was thinking about, you know how like when you have anxiety and you're supposed to be like envisioning releasing it, you know, like you're supposed to take a deep breath and push it away.
Yes.
And I was just imagining how that would feel to him, because she is making the magic in these moments and not him. Like he's just getting it from her.
Mhm.
I don't know, but there's a lot of ritual and stuff in here that I'm probably going to have to cut out because, first of all, I just like to do it. And like I was telling Katrina and Andrea the other day, it's like, yeah, I like mundane things. Like I get a lot of joy out of mundane things. And hoodoo and all of these, you know, these spiritual practices, a lot of it has a lot of ritual and mundanity in it. You know, in order for it to be real, it has to be part of your everyday life, right? So a lot of times, especially when I'm writing about them, about the Malone sisters, because it is part of their life, it's easy for me just to start being like, you know, and then I lit my Palo Santo and I walked around my house and it's like, girl, don't nobody need to see all this. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, you need to narrow this down into 2 sentences just to make it so it's like, it gives you an impression, but like I will write 700 words just about making a cup of coffee.
That's what I love though. Like, you really get to sit and get into what the character is feeling at that moment, in that setting, in that time. And then I feel like the crystals and the ritualistic parts of everything really shows you like the vulnerability of the character and where they actually come from. Because no one performs a ritual the same way in that family. And that's what I love about the Malone sisters. It's so good.
Because that's, I mean, like the one thing about hoodoo that, and like the more I learn about it and the more I practice, is that it's different for everyone. You know, like every family has their own kind of ancestral magic. Like everybody does it differently. It's not like some prescribed spell or set of rituals that you do exactly the same way, like voodoo. People confuse those things. This is ritual magic. This is ancestral magic. It's not voodoo, which is closely tied to Catholicism in a lot of places. So it's just, I don't know. It's very, I'm not, like I said, I don't believe in a Christian God, but this is the one thing that I was like, this makes sense to me. This is closer to what, you know, exactly. Magic is mundane. It's just about your everyday. It's about making the little bit of magic every day show up in just the regular stuff you do. And paying attention to that, that's what brings like a lot of joy into your life. Once you slow down. I think that's what it really is. It's like when you're doing rituals, you're slowing down, you're being purposeful, you're being intentional. And, you know, getting in that ritual routines and, you know, having these things like, oh, this is just how I do things. This is how I wake up my brain. This is how I wake up my body. This is how I find breath. This is how I find peace or calm. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Lisa. Separate entities with the same root. It's just, has roots in ancestral magic, but voodoo and hoodoo are always conflated and they're not the same.
Do you practice? Are you practicing hoodoo? If that's the person, you don't have to answer.
I mean, yes, but I mean, it's personal. Like I practice. Like I don't. Like people say, what do you like? I don't know. There's other words that people use. Like I'm a practitioner, just like with yoga, like you practice every day. It's not something that you just like, oh, you wake up and I know everything, you know, it's just a daily practice. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite crystal, since crystals are like a theme within your book? Because I'm so curious, because I'm a practicing witch too. I'm trying to get more into like my ancestors rather than like the, you know, the white ones that everyone thinks that witch practices are catered to. But what's your favorite crystal?
This is my favorite crystal. It's carnelian. This is the one. Matter of fact, this crystal is going to feature very prominently in this story. It's
you had that ready.
because listen, girl, You want to see what's really on my desk?
I'm not pulling my bag right now. I'll start pulling everything out. Yeah.
These are the ones. These are my palm stones. These are ones I use every day, and then I have a shelf back here. It's like my altar crystals. But this is my favorite crystal. It's carnelian. It's a sacral chakra crystal, so it's good for passion, productivity. It's really good to keep on your desk. It's good for creativity. It's very good for romance authors because it's a sacral chakra crystal. So I always keep it close. I have bracelets. I have necklaces. This is my favorite one. There was a time that I thought I lost this. And when I tell you I tore my fucking house up looking for this crystal, I was like, I can't do nothing until I find this thing. But yeah, this is my favorite. And my next favorite, which I just started working with, is this tiger iron, which is not, it's like tiger eye, but it's not tiger eye. It's got more hematite in it. It's like one of the most powerful stones. It's one of the most powerful stones. It's got red jasper, hematite, and I think the yellow one is jasper as well.
Damn,
but this is one of the most
right there.
Yeah, this is one of the most powerful stones that you can have. And my friend got them. The same friend that opened the shop in Chattanooga. Please shop. I get a little bit of money every time y'all buy something.
You can link her too if you want to shamelessly plug her, say her shop and everything. Absolutely.
Almanac Supply Co. in Chattanooga. If you live in Chattanooga, she just opened a brick and mortar shop. You can definitely go by there. Tell Emily I sent you. That's my girl.
If you want to send me a link too, I'll also add it to the description box. So when people are doing the replay. Yeah.
She also has a YouTube channel. She does crystal shows once a month. I don't know if she's going to be doing those so much now that she's opened the shop, but during pandemic, she would do a crystal show where she would sell crystals on YouTube.
Cool.
But yeah, I use that, and I use tarot cards pretty much every day in my practice. Incense.
Give a favorite deck. I know decks are pretty personal.
Right now, my favorite
deck you use to read people.
I don't read people. I probably will eventually, but I read my mother, and it was a very bad experience. Let's just say that.
For her or for you?
It was bad for her, and then it became bad for me. I was just like, oh, this is not what I wanted. So this deck is the Modern Witch Tarot. I don't even know if you can see this. This deck is very, very inclusive. Let me get the box. This is what the box looks like. Can I? Oh. It's very inclusive. There's non-binary archetypes in here. Black, Asian, woman. Like, love this deck. This is a deck I use every day. And this is my personal deck, the one I use for personal readings. And then this one, the 90s Tarot, which I have it's called the Illust Tarot in my box. But the 90s Tarot it's also great. The major arcana is all pop stars. So like it's Mos Def.
All right.
And this one's you're not gonna be able to see that.
Did you get that from Young Kundalini?
No, her name is Christy Probieski, and she's not really making these decks anymore. But she has a few left. It's like Bjork. This deck is really great for writing because like whenever I get a major arcana, it's like it's a star. So you're like, oh, this is their personality. This is really easy to write about. So I use those. I use the tarot cards usually when like I hit a snag or I don't know what happens next. I'll be like, what happens next? Or I tried to plot a whole book one time with tarot, and that was kind of crazy. Matter of fact, Taste of Her Own Medicine, the first time I wrote it, like I just pulled a tarot card every day and that was successful. That was the only time that it was successful that I actually wrote a story, like just using, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this all the time. Yeah, it didn't work the same way the next time.
Have you ever read N.K. Jemison's The Fifth Season?
No, everybody keeps telling me that I
think you would like that one. Yeah, because it's very crystal based. Like there are characters called kyanite. It's just a really good crystal inclusive series. And like once you get farther, it's really confusing at first. And once you get farther into it, like the way you see the crystals are integrated into the story, insane. I swear, like as a Crystal loving hoe, I was screaming at the end of the second book. It was insane.
Cool. I own the book. I just have not read the book. And I don't,
It's a lot.
Yeah. I was just like, when somebody talks about it, I'm like, am I ready to read all this world building?
Nah, see, you don't read it, it reads you. For real. For real.
So I have to hop off and leave you guys to more fun. But before I go, I just want to say, even though the excerpt did not have sex in it, it was very Tasha. And for that, I am very, very glad. Like, it was just.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
It was perfect. Yes.
I'm a grateful
Yeah,
though.
good.
So.
Where your friend go? Where's she at?
Yeah,
She's trying to get back. She's trying to get back on. She was having trouble like staying connected, so she's trying to.
Not all of Tasha's energy expelled the demon. It expelled the demon Scorpio from the
Oh
chat.
wait,
Yeah.
why Katrina talk about in the group chat? So now Tasha out here slandering me.
I can't.
Why is this even in the group chat? Like, just put it on Twitter. Like, for real.
Just put it on
To
Twitter.
be fair, she is slandering you.
I'm slandering her.
Well, see, the other authors can't really talk now because we got a cover reveal and an excerpt. So who's going to build it up from here? We have another interview with RM, so he can show us up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I did a cover reveal today. It just wasn't here.
Yeah,
you did. It just wasn't. You saw it first here on Who Picked This Book channel.
I'm sorry, baby. I can change. You know, I love you all making money for us.
Like,
like somebody got to go out and make the money.
Right?
Like,
I was saying.
You gotta stay at home and write the books, baby. I got us.
No, shit. Thank God, because
I mean, support.
He said, "I'm not doing it. I'm my house husband." Period.
I'm
Y'all
down
didn't
for that.
get. You talk about y'all got a lot out of me with that soft pressure. You didn't get what you wanted. I still gave you what I wanted to give. I gave you what I wanted to give.
I'm
you
grateful
messing with a Leo here
for whatever we got. I'm
Right,
grateful.
I'm grateful. I can leave this live knowing that I got some exclusive shit. So
Exactly.
and RM knows I like exclusive shit. So that's all that matters. That's it.
Yep.
and they were smoking weed in the excerpt. Preach.
Exactly.
Listen, my characters smoke weed, okay? Like, I wish I could smoke as much weed as my characters do. Let's just be real.
I want to know if I can.
It's not
outsmoke
legal.
your
It's not
character.
legal. It's not legal here in South Carolina. So, like, I just be wishing in the books that, you know.
I do. Don't worry.
Just living vicariously through your character.
Yeah.
Like, I wish I could.
I wish. Like,
Bye.
oh,
Bye.
My baby. Is he gonna
Yeah.
get back on? Oh, she left and came back on. Whitney, are you still here? Oh, no.
No. Okay.
all right, y'all.
All right. Well, if no one else has any other questions,
I think I'm spent. I done blew my load.
Yeah.
this was a great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on and talk with us. I appreciate you.
It's an honor, for real. It's an honor.
I appreciate you.
You want to emphasize me, myself?
Me, I am grateful. I'm just like a tree in the wind. I'm just so happy to be included.
You did that actually. Now you saying that reminds me of this one time in high school, and this guy got high, and he was literally just standing in the corner talking about, "I'm a tree. I'm a tree." I'm like, "Did you smoke the same weed? Did you smoke the same weed we smoked?" I feel like you're higher than me.
I want that if you can find it.
Yeah, I was like, what he got? I want some of that.
Me too.
Yeah, but this was
I
fun.
didn't
Thank
think
you
I
guys
thought
for
that much,
having me.
though. I'm sorry, I cut you off, baby.
For smoke of the listen. At this point, my tolerance is so low. I just like the little gummies be putting me down, like for real. I take those little gummies. I'm sliding out of the chair.
Would you smoke with me?
Yes. But where am I supposed to get this?
To South Carolina. I will bring it down. I'm always prepared, baby.
I can't be having you driving across state lines. That's illegal.
But if you do down here,
He said, "I will do anything for you."
I mean,
I'll have you stuck in that chair.
Y'all can all come to Vegas and then we can come here.
it's like road trip. I mean,
We'll pick everyone up.
hey,
Like I got
you can't pick
room.
them up.
I got extra room.
We're
Whatever.
I have a very
RM,
large
we'll just
house.
have to meet up, and then we'll just have to go east because like we're far west.
Yeah,
I don't think that road trip ain't gonna work. I have a very large
I don't think
house.
Tasha wants us in her house.
It's not personal. I just don't like people in my house.
You're right. I don't want to.
I mean, like I have a big house. I have a big house. It's not like if y'all was here, I wouldn't know that you were here as long as you mind your business. But
I'm so quiet.
Well, our loud asses, you won't know we there.
You never
gonna
see
put
me
us down in
again.
the basement for us.
hell, like my sons are in this house. Half the time I have to call out, like, y'all still here?
Where are you?
We be texting. That's how we text in the house. Because otherwise I'll be yelling all day. Like, hey, can you bring me some toilet paper from the basement?
You're like, I can't yell. Just save your voice. Just dinner's ready.
Exactly.
Paper.
That's literally, can you check the mail? Dinner's ready. Come get these groceries out of the car.
An email.
That's it.
That's it. But this was
Tasha,
fun.
but for real though, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love you so much. I know I can act out that much because you are so regal and so refined and just so otherworldly on the timeline. I have to like watch myself when I interact with you because I'm like, oh my god, like I can't breathe right now.
Y'all need to stop. I do not understand this. This is making me very uncomfortable.
When I found out you and Kat were best friends, I was like, I'm really about to die.
But hold on now. No,
really
slow down. We're not best friends. I'm fucking around.
Wait.
Ho.
That's gonna be in the group chat next.
I mean, listen. I'm probably gonna get lit up in the group chat. It's fine.
Post
the violence.
And air it out because I'm nosy.
The violence is it's daily. It's daily.
Blink twice if you need help, Tasha. Blink twice.
Save me!
Save me. She's like, I don't need to blink. I'll just cry out for help.
See, here she go texting me again.
I knew it. I was like, it's gonna be in the group chat. It's like you just said we
She's
were.
Like, count your days.
she called me a tiny bulldog. The violence. Wow.
A tiny
bulldog. Wow. Oh wow. Let me tell you something. We met for the first time when we was in New York, and she was like, "Oh, you're small. You're pocket sized. I thought you were taller." Like the whole time.
Slander.
Listen, I am a short person. It's fine.
I never
know.
know.
Go, baby.
No, I was like, I just never know how tall people are because when you're interacting on the internet, I just don't know. So I just assume everyone's the same height as me.
Everybody always thinks I'm tall. They're like, "Oh, I thought you were taller." I'm like, "Why?"
How tall are you?
I am 5'2".
Okay, period. All of my friends.
I'm a short person. I am a short person. I have never lied about this fact.
Yeah, you'd be here on
But
me.
I will put you in my pocket and run away with you, though.
Listen, I don't like to walk anyway.
Anyway, so you would be doing me a favor.
Please carry me.
I'll put you in a little wagon with a little cover.
Put me in like one of those little strollers you do with the dogs.
Yes, give you a little milk to be like, here, Tasha, and a little joint.
I'm ready to go. All right, let's get off of here.
You.
It's late. This was lovely.
Oh, thank you so much. It was so nice talking with you.
Thank you for having me. Bye, y'all.
Kisses.
Bye.
How do we get out of this thing?
It literally, there.